If you're about to set sail on a carpet shopping journey, or maybe you've already been navigating through a sea of options and you're a little unsure about the category of wool carpet, don't abandon sheep before you watch this video. In this video, I'm gonna go over all of the advantages and the drawbacks of wool carpet, and ultimately we'll decide who should and shouldn't flock to this product. So if you want the comprehensive guide to wool carpet that's gonna prepare you to go out and shop, or you just appreciate some sheep puns, then stick around because this video is gonna bring you both. So that brings us to our first advantage of wool carpet. It will outperform any of our other fibers in terms of sheer durability and texture retention, holding up in those heavy traffic lanes like hallways, stairs, that path that you take when you enter your master bedroom to get to your master bathroom. Wool will maintain its texture better than any of the synthetic fibers. Wool has been around for the longest period of time, and it's really what all of our other fibers are aspiring to be. And there's a reason why so many wool rugs end up getting passed down for generations, because the stuff is tough. It will last a long time if it's properly maintained. Our second advantage of wool, it's naturally very soil resistant, as well as being resistant to oil-based stains. Wool has a natural scale-like structure on the outside of the fiber that soil and dirt kind of stack on top of. So it makes it easier for us when we vacuum, because more of that stays on the surface of the carpet's pile. It also helps when we go in and clean with hot water extraction, because the hot water swells the fiber up as it gets a little bit more moisture in it. And again, that brings the soils up to the surface for it to be cleaned easier. And wool's very versatile in the looks that it offers us. We can get a lot of looped carpets with a variety of patterns to them. We can also get cut piles in shags or friezes or a plush. And because wool takes color really well, not only do you have the natural wool looks, but we also can get really vibrant colors in some of our wool carpets as well. And in addition to all of the options that we have in our 100% wool products, in more recent years, manufacturers have also done a lot more experimentation with blending wools and other fiber types to give us even more of a range in terms of the colors, the textures, and the overall feel of the carpets. All right, next up, wool does a few almost magic things in your house to regulate your home. It is a great insulator for your home, and it will keep your house cooler in the hot months of the year and warmer in the cool months of the year. It just naturally regulates your temperature. It also naturally regulates humidity levels, in that it actually draws out humidity when you have more of it in your air, and then it releases humidity back into the air when it's a little bit drier. So you have a carpet that is naturally regulating both the humidity and the temperature levels in your house. Wool naturally neutralizes a lot of airborne contaminants in your home, such as formaldehyde, nitrous oxides, sulfur dioxide, and it's a non-allergenic product that fights against growths of bacteria and things like dust mites. So if you want the best air quality that you can get in your house, you can't beat wool. And if you're an environmentally conscious shopper, you'll be happy to know that this is a very sustainable product, both in its sourcing from the sheep that continue to grow it time and time again, as well as at its end of life when it becomes a biodegradable product. And yet another really cool property about wool is that it's naturally fire resistant, so much so that wool has played a part in a lot of traditional clothing even worn by firefighters. And wool has a very slow ignition rate, so when it does burn, it's not prone to ignite and spread the way that other materials can. So to get to a few of the drawbacks of wool carpet, let's start with the obvious one. It is a little bit more expensive of a starting price point than what your synthetic carpets are going to offer. And I don't suggest that you just rush out to buy the cheapest wool that you can buy, because like anything else, you get what you pay for, and there are differences in the quality of the wool carpets out there. So another potential drawback of wool is something that we really don't see in our synthetic fibers anymore, and that is staple construction. So it used to be, going back even as recently as about 10, 12 years ago, we would see carpets constructed with a staple pile. And what that meant was you had a lot of shorter fiber strands that were woven together to make the longer strands of carpet that you ended up with. But what you would get is the first several months, or even in some cases a couple years, of vacuuming your carpet and it just filling with all these short little carpet strands. And that was called staple construction. The opposite of that being the continuous filament, where we were able to extrude yarn that is indefinitely long and we don't get that shedding. Well, Sheep don't grow wool that gets to be indefinitely long, but we can get longer staples, and in our more premium quality wool carpets, they'll offer long staple yarns, and so you will get a little bit less of that shedding. In most cases with your wool, the staple construction shedding is going to be the heaviest at the beginning and then kind of dissipates over time and shouldn't really be an issue, but it is something to be aware of so that you don't freak out when you see that your carpet is shedding yarn. Now, before I mentioned one of the advantages of wool is it's very soil resistant. However, it is not as naturally stain resistant as what our man-made fibers have become. Wool, as I mentioned, has a natural repellent property to it where when you spill stuff, naturally it wants to sit on the surface a little bit more before it breaks in, but especially water-based stains and a lot of your tough stains like wine or coffee will absorb relatively easy into wool, and it's the same absorbency that allows us to get a lot of vibrancy in the dyes that we put color into the wool with. It's that same absorbency that allows it to soak up wine and coffee, and once it's done that, it can be much more difficult to get it out than what some of our other traditional synthetic fibers would be. Also, strong chemicals will damage wool, so we're more limited in our treatment options for trying to get stains out of the carpet once we've got them in. Synthetic fibers like our Mohawk Smart Strand that I've touted in some of my other videos, which we can actually use bleach on to clean it, that's a no-go when it comes to wool carpet. We really want to keep very pH neutral approaches to cleaning wool and just strictly hot water extraction. So that does make it a little bit more limited in terms of how we can get those other stains out. Also, on that note of being highly absorbent, if we get too much water introduced into our wool carpet and we don't get that out, then we are poised for some mildew and potential mold issues. Here's a picture of a home that I actually ripped out a mold infested wool carpet and it was replaced by the insurance. So what happened in this photo is the homeowner had about a 3/8 inch thick piece of glass that he used to protect his carpet from his rolling chair. But at some point there was a spike in moisture from underneath in the concrete, and then that glass encapsulated it and created almost a greenhouse effect where the moisture just got so heavy that it allowed mold to grow. Originally, this homeowner thought that it was just a stain, didn't think anything of it until over the course of several months it started to grow. By the time I got out there, I lifted this sheet of glass up just a little bit and got immediately hit with a heavy smell of mold. So the insurance actually covered for the replacement of it, but it was kind of an unfortunate thing for the homeowner to have to go through because that wool carpet didn't have the opportunity to breathe under there, and the moisture just sat and allowed for that growth of mildew and ultimately a lot of mold. And wool doesn't give us the same warranties that a lot of our other manufacturers are giving on their synthetic fibers. Wool is a little bit more practical in what they tell you to expect from their fiber. A lot of our other big brands of carpet have been in this long battle to see who could offer the greatest guarantees on their carpets, and that really started with Smart Strand giving the lifetime stain resistance and then them making no exclusions for pets, and you've seen other manufacturers have to offer some of those same things. Wool has not done that. They're telling you this is what our fiber is, this is what it does. If you're a good candidate for it in your home, then it's going to perform for you. So at the end of the day, that's really what it comes down to is, are you a good candidate for wool? Now, if you're looking for a product that is going to have the maximum durability and it's going to maintain its appearance as well as anything out there, then wool is definitely the product for you. Along with all those other benefits that I talked about of it being a natural fiber and some of the things that it does for your home in terms of the air quality, I think wool is a fantastic product for the vast majority of people. If you've bought other natural products for your home like wood flooring or stone, marble, travertine, then for you to have those kind of natural products and not use a natural carpet almost seems like a mismatch to me. So I think wool is a great product to incorporate in a home that has a lot of other very nice high-end products in it as well. And wool can be really great for a home that has kids and pets in it because it is so resilient against heavy traffic and soiling. However, if you have a house that you're afraid is going to be subjected to a lot of spills and accidents that don't get caught or treated right away, and you want to have something where you can potentially get a glass of wine or Kool-Aid out of a carpet 2 days later, well, then you're actually going to be better off with some of the synthetic fibers. So whatever you guys decide, I hope you'll let me know down in the comments below. You can also post any questions or additional thoughts that you might have down there, and I do try to answer as many of those questions as I can, although I get a lot of questions across all of my different videos. So I've recently enabled the super like button, and if you have a question and you want to support my channel by donating any value on there that you think's equivalent to the information provided, I do guarantee that I will answer any question attached to a super like. If you guys found this video helpful, be sure to hit that thumbs up button for me. That's a huge help to the channel. And hopefully you guys don't feel sheepish on wool carpet anymore. To make sure you never get fleeced on any other home remodeling purchase or project, be sure to follow along with my channel. Again, my name's Robert and I'm here to help with all your home related needs. So until next time, happy remodeling and have a great day.